it's Tammy. Sorry about that, the little delay. Tonight we're going to talk about some things regarding the COVID-19 and how you guys are supposed to be getting services and, you know, you're not. So hopefully we can answer some questions and perhaps give you guys some strategies to work around the system, because I don't know what's going on. It's a hot mess. But anyway, one of the parents from my channel provided us with a bunch of information regarding questions and answers on providing services to children with disability during this. I hope everybody can join me. Hi, Chris. So I hope you guys are getting along all right. I hope you're all safe. I hope, you know, everybody's paying attention to this nonsense and not running out and listening to craziness out there. Like I said, what we're going to talk about is, did you get this off Facebook? Were you notified, Christina? Were you paying attention? I have this document that one of the parents had sent me, and it's a question and answer document from, let me tell you who it's from, the United States Department of Education regarding children with disabilities during the COVID disease outbreak for 2019. So it was issued in March 29th. Yep, okay, good. It was issued on March 29th. So what this document tells us is a whole bunch of things like what the LEAs are supposed to be doing, which apparently a lot of them aren't doing. So I think I can start by telling you guys what you need to do, and hopefully we can stop the nonsense with a little bit of ingenuity. So one of the questions in this document is, it states, is an LEA required to continue to provide free, appropriate public education to students with disabilities during a school closure caused by COVID-19 outbreak? Fair enough question. So it says the IDEA, Section 504, and Title II of the ADA do not specifically address a situation in which an elementary and secondary schools are closed for an extended period of time, generally 10 consecutive days, because of exceptional circumstances such as an outbreak of a particular disease. So the idea, none of these federal laws address this issue, okay? So if an LEA closes its school, the document says, to slow or stop the spread of COVID-19 and does not provide any educational services to the general student population, then an LEA would not be required to provide services to students with disabilities. You see, this is very important for you guys to understand this. So if your school district says, we're providing online courses for your kid without a disability, then they have to implement IDEA for your kid with a disability. That's just the way it is. It doesn't matter what they think. It doesn't matter how they want to concoct a reason why it's okay for them to violate your kid's right, only because your kid has a disability. Because if your kid didn't have a disability, then your kid could get an education. But because your kid does have a disability, then the schools are saying, well, we don't have to follow anything. And we can do it like this. We can write it up on a piece of paper, and we can send you a suggestion on how you can implement your kid's IEP. That's not what the feds are saying, which means there could be a whole lot of kids out there who are going to need compensatory services. So once school resumes, the LEA must make every effort to provide special education and related services to the child in accordance with the child's IEP or for students entitled to FAPE under Section 504. So even if your kid's on a 504, whatever your kid was supposed to get on that 504, the accommodations that helps your child in any way access to general curriculum, they were still supposed to provide those services. Because if your child's on a Section 504 plan, then that means your child has access to the general curriculum. But if your child's on a 504, then that also means your child has a disability. Okay? According to the law, the only way you can have a Section 504, I know this is going to be kind of crazy. Wait for it. I want everybody to brace themselves. School districts cannot just arbitrarily put a child on a 504 because the kid has a diagnosis of some kind of disability. Or that they decide your kid needs a 504, so they just put your kid on a 504 plan. That's illegal, okay? That's discriminatory practices. They don't get that unilateral decision-making process in their little teeny tiny brains to put any child on a 504 without first evaluating that child using technically sound instruments to make that determination as a team. So when they don't do that and your kid's on a 504, they're already in trouble. Just saying. Now, if they do evaluate your kid and they say your kid needs speech and language or your kid needs OT or whatever it is, okay, they are responsible for the implementation of that even during this time. As long as every other kid in the school is able to access the general curriculum. That's the whole purpose of a 504. That's the whole purpose of an IEP, to help your child gain access to the general curriculum. Okay? So, Marwa, how you doing? Thank you so much for clarifying. Not a problem, girlfriend. The department, meaning the federal government, understands there may be exceptional circumstances that could affect how a particular service is provided. In addition, an IEP team, and as appropriate to an individual student with a disability, the personnel responsible for ensuring FAPE to a student I gotta slow down. The personnel responsible for ensuring FAPE to a student for the purposes of Section 504 would be required to make an individualized determination as to whether compensatory services are needed under applicable standards and requirement. That is to say, that in the event that the circumstances do not allow for your child to receive a particular service for a valid reason, okay, then there could be compensatory services that are owed to your kid. For instance, if your kid gets one-on-one speech and language services, okay, and for some crazy reason, the speech and language pathologist cannot do one-on-one via the internet like everybody else is doing across the world right now, okay? So let's just say the school district can't find that person and they don't know how to do, Zoom, which is real easy. And by the way, people, cost $14.99, okay? Because I checked. Cost $14.99, and you can have from 3 to 300 people in a meeting all at the same time for unlimited amount of time. So whatever they're telling you is a big fat lie. My father, God rest his soul, had 3 doctor's appointments via Zoom. My mother had 1. So if a doctor, a medical doctor, can do a video conference, so can the school district. They're lying. They don't want to do it because they don't want to give your kid services. But I'm telling you, for every service your kid's not getting, from his IEP to his Section 504, you need to write this down and keep track of it. So if it says 1 times 30 from now to when school starts, okay? Or if take out summer. If your kid got ESY, then you add it in, okay? So you add up all the 1 times 30s from now until the end of the school year, the average school year. Or if your kid had ESY, you add in that till the beginning of the new school year when these kids are supposed to start school. And then you tell the school, I'm going to need the compensatory services. So start making arrangements now. Because I don't want to hear 6 months in, you guys didn't have enough people. That's your problem. Start making arrangements right now. I anticipate you're not giving my kid the services, so that means you're going to need extra people to do the compensatory. What are you doing to combat this issue, to counter this problem? What are you going to do about it? That's what you guys have to do, okay? You have to do it. You have to do it now and call them to the carpet. Oh, thank you, Vanessa, so much. Okay? So, you guys have to take your kids' IEPs and you guys have to sit down and figure out what your kid's not getting. Okay? That's number 1 right off the rip. Because your kids will be owed compensatory services. Because there's lots of ways. Okay? Now, here's another thing. So, let's say the school says, okay, this is what I want you guys to do. I'm going to send little Johnny home, or I'm going to send you an email. This is from the school. Schools are sending you guys all kind of emails telling you what to do. This is what I want you people to do. I want you to send them back an email. I want you to send it to the SPED director. And I want you to take all of those things that all of those people are sending you from the school about what they want you to do to ensure that your kid gets fed. Okay? And I want you to tell them to take all of this stuff, and I want you to tell them to amend your kid's IEP now. Okay? You tell them to amend it now. You want an amendment to the IEP to include all of this, and it's their responsibility to implement this program. And you want to know how they intend to implement it, because it's not your job, because you're not a teacher, and because you're not getting paid to do this. Tell them to cut you a check. I am not kidding by any stretch of the imagination. They cannot force parents to implement a suggestion so that they can say, if you do this, then we won't be in trouble for denial of faith. Yes, you will. I'm not a teacher. Okay? This is what you do, because this is what I'm going to use in the complaint against you. Because you tried to force me to do your job. Because let me tell you about I want you guys to do me a favor out there. I want you to tell me about all the video conferencing programs that you know about. I know Google Hangouts does it. I know Zoom does it. Okay? I know you can do it through your email, I believe. There's lots of them, and they're free. So, I want you guys to all write them up, and I want you to put it on my Facebook page. Okay? I want you guys to tell me what you know about video conferencing, and do you know of any video conferencing programs that are available that are free? Because I know of a couple. All right? And they're free. So there's no reason for them not to be able to do it. They're lying. Hi, Diane. How are you, honey? Unless you live in Quincy. Yeah, well, you know what? Quincy's about to get served, honey. Okay? Well, they're leaving our kids in chaos. Lousily. Yeah. No, this is what I'm telling you. Okay? They're doing it. They're all doing it. Okay, let me tell you a story. So I'm working with a parent out here in PA. These people are so stupid. It's not even the public school system. It's the Department of Education. It's taken us a month to get through to these people. I have written the nastiest notes and emails to the federal government. We can't get who the state special ed director's name. The telephone numbers and emails that we have been given are bogus. They just flat out I sent an email today, and both of the emails that they gave us came back to me in my email. Now I'm going to send it back to OSEP, and I'm going to say, this is what I'm talking about. So finally, the parent finally got in touch with somebody. This chick has now asked her, after we filed a complaint a month ago, the complaint, that they never started. The state has just asked the parent to resend them the stuff via email. Like we wanted to do, and they said absolutely not. Mother spent all kind of money copying all of the evidence to send to the state, and because the state wouldn't accept an email, God forbid they would do that. Okay, God forbid. They should allow the parent to send them this information. You know why? They don't want to accept it via email. It's because it makes it easier on the parent. Okay, because most parents aren't going to spend $180 copying the evidence to send to the state. Most parents don't have that kind of money. And you know what? That's what the state is banking on. Okay, they're banking on you guys not having that kind of money. Guess what this fool just told his parent? Why don't you send me an email of the complaint and the evidence? Oh, really? Oh, now you can do it? Did you get a new program? Did you have the IT people come in? Did they fix your system so that now you can accept emails? You're kidding me with that right now, right? But this is what they're doing, okay? So now we're going to tell them they got to send her a check. Or they're going to court. Because they could have done this from the very beginning before COVID-19. So now all of a sudden, because of COVID-19, now these fools know about video conferencing, and they know about emails and estate complaints. And they've always known, people. They've always known. They just want to make it hard on you guys because they want to find in favor of the school district. And if it means sending this stuff via mail rather than email because of our 21st century technology, they don't care. But you know what's happening right now? Let me tell you what's happening now, you guys. Don't worry. Do not worry. This is all going to come back full circle to bite them all in the hiney. Yes, it is. You know why? Because what all of this COVID-19 stuff is doing right now. Hi, Kimberly. Good. See, Google Meet. There's another one. All of what this is all teaching us. Go to meeting. There you go. That was the other one. I actually was going to buy that one, but no, I didn't. It's too expensive. But anyway, it's perfect. What it's going to show us, it's going to prove my theory. Okay, the public school that we know of as public school has become obsolete. And the reason why it's become obsolete is due to technology. Okay, we don't need the nonsense they're doing. Do you know that the Behavior Analyst Certification Board, the BACB, is now allowing BCBAs to do ABA services via video conferencing? Now, there are certain things that have to be in place in order for a behaviorist to do, a BCBA to do that. For one thing, the parent has to be trained. Okay? And the BCBA has trained the parent to do that 9 times out of 10. If a BCBA is coming to your home or is in school giving your kid services and they want this kid to generalize across all settings, then they're going to have to teach the parent at some point in time how to implement this program. Okay? In order for the child to be successful. Because you just don't teach a kid to zipper their coat when they're at school. You don't teach them to open. So sometimes we have to teach them, which means we have to teach the parent. So now the BACB is allowing for this kind of thing. So if a BCBA can do it, why can't a speech and language pathologist provide their services via video conferencing? Why? We got every newscaster. We got every single show in America on TV right now, and everybody's doing their spot via their house. Yet teachers can't do it. Doctors can do it. Teachers can't do it. The public school can't do it. You know why? They don't want to change. They don't want this to happen. Yes, my daughter is receiving ABA. See? I rest my case. I don't lie. And I found this out from school. Okay? So there's lots of ways. So they're not getting out of this. One of the letters, and I didn't pull it up, but I will put it in the video that I'm going to make you guys, where it actually comes out and it says that if the school district does this, it's a violation and denial of faith. They can't say, well, we can't deliver services to your kid because your kid has a disability. But what we'll do is we'll just give them FAPE later. Because what they're hoping is that you're going to forget. And over my dead, rotten, stinking body, are you people going to forget about anything? Okay? You're not going to forget. I'm not going to let you forget. Because that's what they were counting on. So one of the schools out here told the parent, I told the parent to ask the school this. So we asked them how much money did they get in IDEA funds, and they told us. And they told us they're $2 million in debt. In March. Don't care. You spent it wrong. Okay? The school's this big. You got this much money and you're $2 million in debt right now just in special education. That's a lie, Craig. You're not. And if you are, you need to fire everybody in your school district. That's what you need to do. Occupational therapy, that outpatient is closed. No, but okay, you guys. School district are responsible for providing related services to your kid. OT is a related service. They're supposed to hire the OT, and then the OT provides the service. You don't have to go to outpatient services. OT is under 34 CFR 300.34. Look it up. OT, speech and language, PT, transition, transportation. I mean, there's so much that's under there. That's all OT. Please post all of these letters I need to go watch later. I lie you, girl. I will. I'm going to post tomorrow. I'm going to do the video. I'll put it all together tomorrow, guys. And you guys will be able to see exactly what I'm talking about. It's going to be a very detailed one. I'm going to keep it short as possible. I'm going to keep it 30 minutes, okay? Because this is way too important. There's too many of you telling me stuff and I don't like it. This thing right here, this question and answer thing is priceless. I'm sorry, Christina. A 300.34. Okay? That's related services. They can't tell you they can't give it to you. And just because the place is closed, if you're getting your services through that place and that place is closed, then what that means is it's the school's responsibility anyway. So that's a denial of faith. Okay? They're responsible for it. That's why you put OT in the IEP. And you say how many, don't ever use another agency. That's their job. And don't you people give them any access to your insurance for them to provide any of these services. That's too bad. When they say, well, we need it, you tell them, well, I needed you to provide my kid with services. You know what you did? You told me to go, yeah, that's what I'm telling you now. Figure it out. Because I didn't get the complaint. I didn't get the money. Got it. I'm telling you, go look up that law. And there's other stuff I can give you too for regarding related services. Let me see. Okay, so I talked to you if an LEA continues to provide, okay, here it is. If an LEA, that's their local school district, continues to provide educational opportunities to the general student population during a school closure, the school must ensure that students with disabilities also have equal access to the same opportunities, including the provision of FAPE. Okay, I want you guys to listen to me carefully. If your kid has an IEP, the reason why your kid has an IEP is to give your kid equal access to an education. Okay? Equal access to the same opportunities. So if the kid down the street is getting math, okay, typical kid getting math without an IEP, your kid gets math, but your kid gets math based on his IEP. That's what your kid has to get. Not what the school district decided. You can't fit a square peg in a round hole. And just because we have COVID-19 doesn't mean all of a sudden your child was cured of whatever the ailment was. Okay? Your kid still has a disability. Your kid still needs the same rights as everybody else. Otherwise, it's a denial of FAPE. Period. Get your IEPs. I want you guys to look them over. I want you guys to make sure you know what you're doing. And you tell the school district, I want to know how you're going to do this, and stop sending me suggestions. That means you're in violation. This is a violation of, are you telling me you're knowingly violating my kid's IEP? You're telling me that because my kid has a disability, you're not going to implement the IEP. You're going to give me suggestions. You're going to put this on me now? Where's my check? I need it, by the way, because nobody can go to work. I want a check. Hire me. Where's my W-2? If they're going to make you do it, do it. But if they're going to make you do it, get paid. Because they're getting paid to do nothing but write you a suggestion. Bite me. SEAs, LEAs, and schools must ensure that, to the greatest extent possible, each student with a disability can be provided the special education and related services identified in the student's IEP developed under the idea or plan developed under Section 504. This is not impossible. So that's what they're talking about. But it says, if a child does not receive services during a closure, a child's IEP team or appropriate personnel under Section 504 must make an individualized determination whether and to what extent compensatory services may be needed, consistent with applicable requirements, including to make up for any skills that may have been lost. So guess what we're going to do? Tomorrow, when I write this up, I'm going to highlight this little handy-dandy section. And this is what you're going to send to the numbnuts. Sorry, I get mad. Pocketing money. But that's right. And we can get the questions we want. Vanessa, school are cutting the amount and frequency of related services way too much because of pandemic. It doesn't matter. They can't say your kid can't have something because of a pandemic. And if they do, make them say it in writing. Oh, you cut my kid's services because of a pandemic? You weren't giving my kids services without the pandemic. This is what I'm telling you, you guys. They're using the pandemic as an excuse to keep the money in their pockets. Okay, that's what they're doing. I got a kid right now that the kid has been getting the same stupid reading program since he was in the first grade. He's going into the fourth and failing because, the program, he's made no progress whatsoever. And these idiots have actually said, well, we're going to give him the same program. We're just going to put it on his IEP. I don't know what that means. I don't know what IEP they're putting it in, because as soon as they put it in, it's coming out. They're idiots. Some teachers are doing a video and just sending a packet once a week. Teacher video 4 minutes long. Yeah, well, good. Get ready to write up your kid's IEP, girl. And I want you to tape record, because that's evidence. All right. The videos that they're sending you, those packets of information, those emails they're sending for you guys to do it instead of them, you need to put it back on them and say, do you have a problem? Seriously, do you people have a problem? So let me get this straight. You're supposed to be educating my child to prepare him for the future. And you people can't even manage technology? Are you kidding me with this right now? I don't understand why my kid's in school. You turn all of that stuff that they're sending you into evidence. Package it up, and I'm going to show you guys how to get back at them and how to get them served. The first thing you're going to do is say, my child did not receive services during this closure. I want to know, how much compensatory services are you giving me, my kid? Because this is not working for me. And here's the thing, you guys. If we let them get away with this nonsense, they're going to do it when the pandemic's no longer around. That's what they're going to do. And I'm going to send you guys all of the information, the people that you're going to send this to, and you're going to tell them, I am afraid that when the pandemic is over, that this is going to be their go-to strategy for implementing IDEA, and you people are giving them millions of dollars to send me an email. I want you on video conferencing, and I want it for the amount of time my kid would have had it in school. I don't understand. Where is the policy? Show me what your strategy is. I want a plan on how you're going to educate my kid, or how you're going to make sure my kid gets compensatory services for this nonsense. Because I'm not doing none of this. Hate to tell you, I'm not a teacher. I'm not doing it. And you can't make me. And every day my kid regresses is your fault. This is not my job. I didn't go to school to be a teacher. That's what you're going to tell them. I'm going to show you how. I'm going to show you how to tell them how. I'll write it up for you guys, and I will show you, each and every one of you. It'll be out there for you, anybody to use. I did not go to school to be a teacher. I am not a teacher. I don't work for a public school system. I don't know how to implement any of this. You are on crack. You people need to step up to the plate and do your job. We got people out there that are on the front lines right now, risking their lives, and all you people can do is what? This? This is not nice. We're not doing it. Good. I'm on a warpath today. I'm sorry. I don't mean to yell, guys. I'm just telling me, yes. Okay, good. Here's a question. If a child with a disability at high risk of severe medical complications is excluded from school during the outbreak, and the child's school remains open, is the exclusion considered a change in educational placement subject to the protections? And then they cited the laws. If the exclusion is a temporary emergency measure, generally 10 days, the provision of services such as online, this is what I'm talking about. The government knows how they can do it, people. It says right here, instructional telephone call, it says the provision of services such as online or virtual instruction. So when they send you guys the little suggestion and the little packets, that's not instruction. Those are instructions for you. So it's not school. It's not virtual instruction. Instructional telephone calls and other curriculum-based instructional activities, to the extent available, is not considered a change in placement. During this time period, a child's parent or other IEP team member may request an IEP meeting to discuss the potential need for services if the exclusion is likely to be long duration, more than 10 days. You see, the government knows what's going on. Okay, the government knows what these schools are up to. This is why they had to put this out here. Because they're stupid and they're no good. So here it says, an LEA must consider placement decisions procedural. This letter is telling school districts, listen, you still have to implement IDEA. Figure it out. Figure it out and figure it out right. Because if you don't do it right, it's going to be considered a denial of faith. And you're going to owe the kid compensatory services. Now you're going to have a big problem. Because you're going to have a whole bunch of kids in your school that were supposed to get services, and your stupid little wombat teachers and your little related service providers decided they were going to give you an instruction and tell you to do their job. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing none of that. Collecting data and stuff. That's not your job. You're not doing it. You'll do it with them. You're not doing it for them. That's what I'm going to say. Okay? You're not doing it for them. A change in placement decision must be made by a group of persons. Okay? So this is all about if your kid is really sick. Okay? Now, let's see what this one is. Okay, B3. What activities other than service provision may and may not be provided under Part C? This is for kids. Part C is for kids that are 3 years. Okay. A lot of the stuff that they're doing also falls under the Office of Civil Rights. Okay, so if they're not going to do their job right, then we're going to show them how. Because I will show you guys how to write up complaints like nobody's business. I'm not even kidding. It'll be real fast. I want to thank you guys too, because some of the parents have been sending me information about what's going on, and it is so helpful because I mean, we just don't have this information. Apparently, they're not giving it to everybody, and I don't understand why. But OCR put out a guidance letter. I'm trying to find it. And it is so wonderful. One of the things that it said, I cut and paste and put it on my Facebook page. So, okay, do that. Now, here's another note. A lot of you guys have been asking me for a long time now, could I attend a team meeting and all of this stuff? And I live in Pennsylvania, and you guys live all over the country. So, let me tell you guys what's just happened. Because of COVID-19, and because of Zoom and GoToMeeting.com and all of these video conferencing things, I can do team meetings now because of Zoom. Now they can't say they can't do it. They're already doing it. They're already providing kids with online instruction, virtual instructional things. So if they're doing that in your school district, they can do video conferencing meetings. They're already doing most of it, which means I can be a part of your team, and you can invite anybody you want to your team. Just because it's Zoom or whatever it is, video conferencing, the regulations say they can do it, and you can invite anybody you want. There is a fee for that, and that's okay, and we can discuss it, and I slide all over the place, so it's not going to be bad. But you guys have been asking, and I'm telling you, everything that I'm about to do is going to be more involved, more hands-on. I still want to be in the background with you guys, only because getting the information from these people through you guys is wonderful. It works like a charm. The other thing that I wanted to tell you is that I tried this thing with one of my parents, and it worked beautifully. And what it is when you guys have team meetings, I always tell you guys to get the documents, to get the evaluations, or whatever it is they're going to use 48 hours before the team meeting. Well, the reason I ask you to do that is because I want you to sit down, and I want you to look at it, and I want you to figure out what's important and what are the questions you want to ask them. Well, now, I did it. I helped a parent do it, and it worked. She got most of her answers, and they buried themselves with their answers. So I am also going to offer that information as well as a service, as a consultation for you guys, so to speak. And so when you go to these team meetings, you will be prepared, and they have to answer your questions, okay? And I have other little things that I can do to help parents get the services and get the supports even now as we speak. Like I said, I am tenacious and I am persistent. I'm like a pit bull. I bite and I don't let go until I get what I need. And I get you guys to do it, to do the work with me. And that's the most important thing. If you guys can learn how to help yourselves, you don't need me, okay? So I'm going to be offering a lot of services for you guys so that we can start really doing the hard work. And I'm going to be taking clients on in different ways, okay? But I want to make it so that you guys are doing most of this work. One, is cost effective. Two, it teaches you how to do it yourself. And you guys, you don't even realize how powerful you are. You don't realize what you can do. You guys got this. You can do it. I have faith in you, and I can show you how. I can show you how to do it. I can teach you how to navigate this system. It's difficult. It's time consuming. But I'm telling you, it is so much fun. Especially when you find out you're right and you get confirmation and you're validated and it vindicates everything that you've done. So you're right, they're wrong. And I'm going to show you what you can do to change the landscape, so to speak, so that your child can get the benefits of what you've learned through advocacy. Okay, it's fun. I like it a lot. I'm telling you, I really do. I like it a lot. So I like to teach, and that's what we're going to do. So let me get this together so that we can do this again. Hopefully, I want to do this on Thursday night too. So I'm going to try to do it on Thursday night. I'm trying to do these as many as possible and get them uploaded to YouTube. And I really need to transition you guys over there. But if you guys don't want to, that's fine. I'm going to do both. So one day I'll do it on Facebook. Another time I'll do it on YouTube. And we'll see where we go. All right. So I want to thank you guys for coming. And I will have the next one hopefully on Thursday. I'm going to see if I can do this on Thursday. I did start my new class. I did get an A. Tammy's real happy on my other class, ethics. And so what we're going to do is work harder to get, we're going to work smarter to get things done for your kids, okay? I love you, Christina. I'll talk to you tomorrow, girl. We're not done. All right, guys, I'll talk to you tomorrow. I'll see you on Thursday, hopefully, and I will post some stuff on my Facebook page. But there's going to be a lot of stuff underneath this video on YouTube, The SPED Answers Way. Hey, guys, please give me a like, share this video, and follow me on both my Facebook page and on my YouTube channel. I need to raise that, guys. As soon as I raise that, I could really start making some changes for you guys, okay? I want to hit 10,000. I know it's a lot, but I want to hit 10,000 by Christmas. So I can start making money on my channel, on my YouTube channel. All right? I love you guys. I will talk. Going to send you a notice that I received. Okay. All right. I'll take a look at it. All right? Are you going to send it to the Sped Ed Live train? Okay. What's your YouTube channel? Here, oh, here, guys. And there's Anna, there's a whole bunch of videos on there, and I've been tweaking them out, so there's some of them are 30 minutes a piece, but it's like 1, 2, and 3. So I hope you like them. We can do it, girl. We're gonna do it. Okay, it is what it is. I will see you guys on Thursday. Okay, hopefully I'll find that letter. It's on my Facebook page. I just couldn't get it in time. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for coming, and don't forget, go on my YouTube channel, The SPED Answers Way. Hit that subscribe button and the bell, and you'll be notified every time I do a YouTube video update, upload, and you'll be notified when I go live. Go on there. Tell all your friends. Go over there. We're not done, guys. This is when we can get our acts together. We don't know when our kids are going back to school, or if ever, to the regular public school. So this is our time that we can get educated, and what we're going to do now to secure any compensatory services come fall. Okay, we need to start doing that right now, because they're gonna try their best to screw our kids right out of an education. Okay, so I'll talk to you guys on Thursday. Go hit that button, bust open that, and when you see the video, let me know that you like it. Let me know everything good. I need subscribers, people. I love you all, but I need you to subscribe right now. Okay, I'll talk to you guys on Thursday. Bye.